All right, so we're going to clean some screens today, and this is something you don't want to let get away from you. Screens can pile up and create a backlog of cleaning, reclaiming, coating before production, and that could create a problem. So you want to kind of stay on top of it. Also, ink that sits in the screens, the oil is sucked out of the ink and is absorbed into the emulsion or the squeegee material. So again, we don't want to let it sit for days on end and let that happen, because then it makes it even harder to clean and it ruins some of the product. So you want to stay on top of it. Now, when cleaning the screens, we'll use these blue paper towels. Take them with the mineral spirits. I punch a hole in the can, makes it a little more efficient. Saturate the rag. It doesn't have to be soaking, but once you saturate it, squeeze it back in there so it's not dripping all over the place. The rag then, when you do this, you fold it into quarters. That way you have 4 different sides of the rag to use. If you just crumple it up and start wiping things down, all you're doing is smearing ink all over the place. So use it in quarters. You'll get a lot more out of it. Most of the screens, before you work on them, you're going to have tape in it. So obviously, take the tape out. When you're done with the job, you want to scrape out as much ink as you can. There should not be globs of this all over the place. All you're doing is throwing money down the drain and wasting time, and we could have used that ink for another job. So scrape it out as best you can. Also, any crosshair tape that's on the back, you're going to want to take off. Again, we're using this blue painter's tape to tape these off, and then sometimes you'll have some clear tape that will cover up a crest print on the same screen that was used earlier. Again, you want to take that tape off because the glue in the tape starts to suck out the moisture in the ink, and again, makes it hard to clean. So the screen, we're going to take care of. We also want to take care of the frame. Any ink that's on here, on the top side, bottom side, especially if they've been laying next to each other. Ink is transferred from one screen to the next, so you got to always make sure you've got ink taken off from the frame, especially the inside, because people don't think about that much. And then if you don't, that gets all over the exposure unit when you're coating screens, all kinds of things. I usually start on the inside, get what I can until it looks like it's just smearing around. Or looks like my rag is full. Once it looks like it's full on one side, then I'll flip it over. Sometimes you can do a half flip so you can put your hand on a clean side, whatever you need to do, but it should only take about maybe 1.5 rags to do a screen. Again, you're going to do the bottom side. Now, if you had tape on the crosshairs, okay, it's pretty full. If you had tape on the crosshairs, you're probably not going to get the crosshairs clean. The reclaiming process will pretty much take care of that, along with other things. But if you do have a screen that is really clogged, this stuff is great. You'll just do a short burst on the front side, short on the back side, lay the screen flat. Otherwise, this will run down to the bottom. We want it to sit and soak in the screen for, 30 seconds. And then you're going to take a clean rag and wipe that clean, and that'll take out of any residue. The problem with this is it's pretty hot. And what I mean by hot is it'll start to attack the emulsion and create some problems if you do it over a period of time. Keep doing it. So it should take care of the problem in the first or second attempt to clean out the screen. And that is something we keep right up there. All right, so this screen is pretty clean. There's no nothing on the front side, back side, and my rag is still good. So I'm going to take the next screen and put that up there. And do the same thing. I'm going to take out the tape. If I did a good tape job and those corners are pressed in tight, the tape should come out all in one piece. Right. Again, I'm working on the frame first, making sure that's clean. The bottom side, no problems. I'm going to take off the tape that's on there. And this screen should be clean enough so that when I'm done with it, if I rub my finger on it, it should not come up with any color. There's color on that one. So not clean yet. It should only take, that's 1.5, one rag did 1.5 screens. Cleaning screens should only take really about a minute to do. Once you get the hang of it, maybe a minute and a half. But you should be able to clean a bunch of these pretty quick. Again, I'm taking off the crosshairs, the tape. All right, but you should not have mineral spirits dripping all over the place or on the tray. The container is. It's a fire hazard, so you want to keep it under control. So once they're clean, they're good to go. We'll set them aside and we'll move on to reclaiming. The next part of this, as far as cleaning, is squeegees. So make sure you take a look at that video too. All right, good luck.